In this movie, we're going to be talking about including jQuery Mobile inside of an HTML page. Now here we have the files we downloaded before. The question is, how do we get these files integrated into this page? Well, first off, we need to put them inside of a directory. You'll find the boringpage.html file inside of your working files directory for this chapter. We want to move these files now into this same directory. Let's use the non-minified versions. So we'll copy this one, the CSS and JavaScript, as well as the jQuery mobile structure. We also have to copy this images folder. And let's click and drag this straight on into the chapter 2 folder. Now there's one more file we absolutely need, and that is jQuery itself. So I'm going to open up my web browser and go to jQuery.com and download jQuery. Hit download. Similarly, they have the CDN hosted jQuery code just like they do for jQuery mobile. Or you can download the actual file. Now for jQuery, we're not going to be looking at the code, so I'm going to download the minified version since it's just a bit smaller. In this case, it takes me directly to the page. In fact, you can see the URL is code.jQuery.com/jQuery and then the version number .min. So I'm going to go ahead and hit File, Save, and save it inside of our working files directory. And there it is, done. Now what we need to do is wire this all up with our HTML file. Now I'm going to propose a quick modification to our file structure here. I'm going to make a folder called CSS, and I'm going to make a folder called JavaScript, JS. And I'm going to put the CSS inside of the CSS folder, and I'm going to put jQuery and jQuery mobile inside of the JS folder. Now you can go one step further, and you can even go inside of this JS folder and make one called libs, which stands for libraries. This way you can keep your code separate from the library. So here we are. Now we want to link them up inside of our HTML file. So I'm going to move this over here so I can see the names here. And I'll go ahead and write the code that'll do that. Now for the CSS, you need to do a link tag. So link rel equals stylesheet, href equals, and then we have the path to our CSS file. Now, boring page here is in the root directory, and the CSS file is inside of the CSS directory. So what I'm going to do, copy that file name, and I'm going to say CSS/ and then the file name. That's because we're linking to the file inside of the CSS directory. Now, if we want to include this one as well, again, a shortcut is you can select it, copy it, and we'll do the same thing here. Link rel equals stylesheet, href equals CSS/, and then our file name. And that's it for the CSS. Now the JavaScript, you use the script tag. So now we're going to copy the name of jQuery. We want to include jQuery first. And we can say script src equals, and we can say js/libs/jQuery. And then we need our close script tag. Let's copy this, paste it again, and we're going to replace the name jQuery with jQuery mobile right here. So now we'll copy the name jQuery mobile and we'll paste it in instead of jQuery 1.7.1. And with that, we've wired up our boring page, and we can go ahead and change the title of the page to Not Boring Web Page. And there we are. Now, any code that we put inside of the body will be parsed by jQuery mobile and augmented if necessary.